You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into wondrous lands whose boundaries are that of the imagination. Your next stop, the Cardone Zone.
Oh snap, you know what time it is. Let's get a little excitement in here. Happy Memorial Day. I figured tonight's not going to be too many people because everybody and their brother is going to be out having fun at the water, doing what you guys do best. But we've got a lot of racing. Is it going to do it? All right. I don't know. Everything seems like super quiet for some reason. Anyways, we've got a lot going on this weekend and racing going this weekend. We just had Naughty Water Racing this race this past weekend, so we got to talk about those. But we got East Coast Watercross, their first round coming up in Laconia, New Hampshire, which we will be flying out to go in to do that. So get into the show. Let's have some excitement, get some going. Make sure you're still sipping them drinks. Drive home safe. Don't be silly. Call an Uber. If you're on the water, get someone else to drive. Don't be silly, right? Well, let's get into this night. I know a lot of you guys are going to be busy, probably going to be rewatching it on the flip side. So if you're rewatching this, thanks for watching it. Make sure you like the show, share the show, enjoy it. Let's get some comments and get going on this one. So get into this right now. We'll go into our page, get our flyer scene going. All right, we already got it up. Nice. All right, so we're going to go over here. We're going to talk about, we just had Naughty Water was doing Paris, Texas racing. They had a decent turnout. They had most of the orders right here. Looks like they had 4 rounds. Looks like they didn't have too big of turnout. Probably because it's like a Memorial Day weekend. It's hard to have a race and have entries. Like it's one of those 50-50 shots. But in the end of the day, it's like a 3-day weekend. So it's like, should we do it or should we do it? Steve Blake, what's going on? Just got back from Texas. Nice, good, safe travels. But look what we got here. I want to say there's more to this, but we'll see what's happening. Sports Spec, they had 7 on the line right there. And Runabout Beginner stock, Runabout only, they had 7. So that's a good class turnout right there. Good lineup all around. We had live coverage. Oh, man, I always know his name. And then when I go to Charles, I'm not going to say his last name. Every time I think about it, I get all screwed up in my head. Good live streaming right there they had going on.
We're watching.
I think this is the first one here. Oh, that's the Red Sea Lights. I believe this is going to be our
Ryan, hold on.
Let's see if it's going to
unit, electronic control unit. That advantage so far.
Let's see if we can get the runabout start.
Much like this, and you find folks, it pulls a lot more G-forces. So what Cooper's doing, starting line is about to be yours. Come grab some shade.
Booby.
So while we're on, John just came and told me that this is a new tune for Cooper, running with HPI matched up with Dean. HP Tuners matched up with Dean's team on the Sea-Doo.
We've been running HP Tuners.
About Joey. Okay.
What?
So these
Call us sleeping on line. What was that about?
Onboard control unit.
Or do you just want to give everybody a
electronic
challenge?
Control unit that
audio
determines.
sounds. Let's say right now, audio sounds amazing. Charles be killing it right now with the live streaming with the truck. That audio sounds crisp. With the announcer, can't beat that. So right here, you guys check out their page. This is what they had. I don't have any results, so I really can't go to results. So I mean, I imagine if we went to Naughty Water, let's just see. Let's see if it works. There we go. Go here, results. I think that's only, yep. That's all going to be last year's. So they don't have 2025 results up yet. They have Sue's and all that stuff. So that's what we're doing with that one. I would love to talk more about the Naughty Water Racing. I'm going to tell you right now, guys. It's frustrating when you guys have like, you have one page, but there's like multiple, like you got the Outlaw series, the Kansas City, the Texas series. It's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see you guys have one page and like have it broke down like some way, somehow, to where we can see everything going on instead of searching for like 20 different pages. I don't have results available yet. Mike Bernhardt, thank you. I know you always try to get me stuff right away, but I have to say, man, it's hard trying to find 30 different freaking pages for the Naughty Water Racing. I know you guys are big. You guys got great numbers. You got great sections. But like as a new person trying to figure out racing and whatnot, like even I in advance, I want to go to Naughty Water Racing. I'm going to go to your page. I'm going to look for exactly what I'm doing on the show right now. And we can't find your Havasu, the Texas branch, or the Outlaw series, right? So we'd have to look for it. And that's what's frustrating. Okay, let's see. Naughty Water. So then if you go to the other one, which is the Naughty Water Racing, which is another one, same thing. What's up, Kenny? Not picking on you guys, but we gotta get your guys's, each of your guys' sections like available, like right off the rip. Cause look, I'll show you. There's two different ones. Tell me about it, Michael Bernhardt. I'm not picking on you guys. I'm literally not. But I was just talking to this about someone else about this. This is like the hardest thing. I know you guys. I love to touch base with all your racing, but when I can't find it, it's infuriating because it's really hard to spotlight our racers, spotlight our regions. The other page is actually a person. Sorry, I've been trying to consolidate. Bernhard, I know you're running social media and I'm all good with it, but I'm just giving you guys like a heads up, like that stuff. Like I want to give our racers like the best opportunity, especially you guys, because I know Naughty Water doesn't get enough on the Cardone Race Corner, and this is why. I can't find any of you guys' stuff. I can't. And I follow everything. You guys had a good weekend, though. You guys had some super good weather. The other page is actually a person, and sorry, I've been trying to consolidate. And Bernhardt, I know, Mark, you are running it, and I'm like I said, I'm not picking on you guys. I'm really not trying to pick on anyone at all. But I've had other people ask me about this, and I was like, no, it's not that hard. But then I actually looked for it, and I'm like, oh, so that's where we're at right now. So, like I said, not picking, not griping, none of the above, right? Just telling you. All right, before we go on to our next one, let's just talk about what our next races are coming up right here. Obviously, you can tell by the white on my face. We got the thing up. Now, you guys remember, you go to the PWC race schedules. Kirsten has put a great Chronicle order, and you guys can get this PDF file. I've showed you guys how to do it before a million times, and we're at it. May is officially over this weekend. We've had a solid 3 months of racing already. March, April, and May. You know, February we had Lake Alfred, first race with East Coast Water Club in Florida, and we had Windsor. We had the Mark Hahn. But if you think about March and April and May, we've had some solid racing. Totally. So going into it, we have Chattanooga, Tennessee. American Jet Sport Association guys are going to be rocking it down there. And then also we have Laconia, New Hampshire this weekend, East Coast Watercross, their first round. Hopefully the weather will stay nice and sunny. I heard it's in the 70s. So coming from this beautiful 98 degree, 90% humidity Florida weather that I enjoy every ounce of it. Most of you guys would die in this weather. I enjoy this heat. Not looking forward to going to 70s. I mean, it'd be nice if it's like a cool 70, not like a cold, like this annoying cold 70s. But I'm not getting in that water. That water's like 50 degrees. Not getting it. You can see the Naughty Water Racing results on the iRace page. Not sure if you have. I have the iRace page. iRace ready. And I've been down that road. And while we're doing the show live, it is a pain in the ass. So if you do have iRace ready, go in there and check it out. You can look at it. I've tried doing it on the show many times. And it's like you have to click on each one. And this and that. I'm not doing it. Click past what's going on. Anyways, we're going to be showing up in Laconia, New Hampshire this weekend. We're flying out Friday. We'll be there Friday morning. Going into June, we got the 5th And the 6th, Atlas, Oklahoma, Junior Nationals, Naughty Water Racing. Those guys are going to be holding it down. Looks like it's going to be 5th through the 8th. So they got the Junior Nationals in Oklahoma, and they had a good turnout last year. We're looking forward. Hopefully they're going to have some good coverage, good live streaming, and guys got to hammer the social media and get people out there. Hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. Get all the attention out there and make it happen. Pro Watercross is going to be doing the 7th and the 8th. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on Pro Watercross. I know they just canceled the last race at the one lake over here. And I did some digging and some information on that one. There was actually some problems with the city that doesn't involve Pro Watercross. So give them a little bit of credit. Not defending anybody, but there was more things going on in the actual city and the tourism section right there in that area that had nothing to do with Pro Watercross. Not even a bad name situation, just in general. We've got some stuff going on in Florida that's really kind of putting some cringes on. Bills being passed, stuff like that. So hopefully maybe we'll see another race. This should be their last race, so we should see what's going on with that one for the year. They only had 3. So the 13th and the 15th will be Lake Berryessa, California, Wild West Watercross. Those guys are on a great path right now. 124, I think they said, at their last race. So let's see what's going on. The 14th and 15th will be Neosho, Wisconsin. Great Lakes Watercross is going to be their first race as independent outlaws. I'm wondering if we're going to get their, I know they said they were working on a rule book, so we're going to figure out what they got going with their rule book. If you guys have been noticing, they've got their own cards, they got their jerseys going together. The Boats are really putting together, and I'd love to see what's going to happen with their first round going together with that one. The 14th and 15th will be Rattlesnake Lake, AB, Western Canadian Watercross Association. The 20th and 22nd will be Sylvan Beach, New York, East Coast Watercross. The 21st and 22nd will be Play One Reservoir, Sutherland, Oregon. The PNW Water X Racing. Really want to get some more information on the PNW Water X Racing guys. They got some good racing going on. Let's make sure those social media, they start handling that one. And then the 27th and 29th will be New Orleans, Louisiana Endurance Round 1 of P1. And I know we can start talking about P1 here. Wow, what are you doing? What are we doing here? We'll be talking about P1 here pretty soon, and we're going to be talking a lot about that one. There's a big thing, so shout out to Monster Energy. Full sponsorship on that one, and also Monster Energy took over on the powerboat racing side of it also. Another thing, too, on the fact is Cocoa Beach just had their first race of the P1 powerboats. Them guys looked like they were on fire out there. So, finishing up, like we were saying. So, we were talking about New Orleans, and then Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, Great Lakes Watercross is going to be their second race. So, June, our next month coming up, is going to be stacked. Really stacked with some great racing. And I'm thinking we're going to be having some stuff that's going to be not breaking down, but some stuff that's going to be truly gangster. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be out. Let's see. Someone just sent me a video. Let's see what we got. Caldwell sent me a video. Let's see if we can find it. My messenger is not coming up right now, buddy. I see the video sent, but it's not coming up on my thing. All right, so we'll go back to what we're talking about. So let's go in here and talk about Great East Coast Watercross. Their first round coming up. Big things going down with this one. Other than me showing up and having some fun, really, when we come down to it, they have a phenomenal weekend in stat. Billy 2, June 7th, I'll be in North Carolina for a meet and greet with JP Racing, Fields of Racing. That's also June 7th. Man, I really want to see if I can make to that one. That's going to be a good weekend. Actually, I need to see if the national points are being updated as well. Results should reflect in there, to be honest. JR Demon, what's going on? Dudek's in the room. Kayla's in. Cool 70s. We rode today and it was in the 60s, but still the nicest day this weekend. See you in Laconia Friday. Hell yeah, Kayla. We'll see you then. I'm not, listen, that cool 60s. Woo! Not doing it. Cliff Castle, we already said hi. I'm not getting in that water. Kayla, you guys saw me in Florida at Alfred when it was cold. I'm not doing it. I can't. I immediately get into this like shiver and I can't shake it. That's just what happens. All right, so this weekend coming up, Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. registration and tech inspection practice. Registration may open early if possible. And then from 7 to 11, the party at the Nassau Resort. Gonna be live music. There's a band gonna be there. Saturday, May 31st, 7 to 8:30, registration safety tech, 8:30 on the dot, mandatory riders meeting, 7 a.m. practice, 10 a.m. national anthem. Then racing begins, first motos. Approximately 1:30, 2 p.m. lunch break, and then 2 p.m. racing resumes, second motos, approximately 4:30, and they're doing Saturday awards. So then they're going to do Sunday, same situation. Awards for round 2 will be at round 3 at Silver Beach. So Sunday's awards will be at the next round. Just saying. It's going to be a wild weekend. As you guys remember, they were talking about, where's it at? Where are they at? What we got going here?
Anybody here? Pass me a beer, and I'ma keep playing this music that you hear. And if you
Oh, the
know
VIP.
song, come and sing along with me.
Might be in.
Walking with the beach to my left, seat to my right, and I'ma get faded at the tiki bar tonight. Anybody here? Pass me a beer.
It was cold Friday at Lake Alfred, even for us Northerners. I'm telling you, it was chilly. If the sun's out and the wind isn't blowing, I'm all right. If the wind's blowing, it just like beats you down. I'm not down with it. All right, so you guys remember, save 50% by paying the entry season. You guys, only 2 people have entered that one. We've already got the VIP tickets. We're talking about that one. What else we got? Anything else? Let's see if we can get, let's see if Dudek, Facebook call me. Video call me. It'll be easier if it comes in on you. Andy says, can't wait for round 3 of Wild West Watercross at Lake Berryessa. Just sign up for women's vintage and women's sports spec. Dudek, I know you're in the room. Go on our next one. Hey, do you guys see JSH? Check this out.
So I saw this from Brian Shaw.
I can't wait to check this out.
What's up? I have my new mug here.
My new mug?
23 pounds. So
Wait, did you hear what he said? 23 pounds.
23 pounds. So I saw this from Brian Shaw, who's a world strongman, and they said it was almost impossible to do, so I bought one. And now we are going to drink out of this from both hands, and then I'm going to tell anybody at Great Lakes when I bring this mug, if you can drink out of this with either hand, I will give you a free beer. Right? This is 23 pounds.
23 pounds mug, dude. All over the beard,
I'm
no big
obviously
deal.
right-handed. 2 weeks.
With the jet in the background. Dude, 23 pounds. I want to see this mug. That thing looks wild, bro. You guys... now it wants me to download it? Come on, man. Why are we doing this? Dudek, it won't... Just hang up for a second. I hate this. It'll let me answer over here, but won't let me answer in the other one. Son of a... That was wild. All right, I'll just have to call you on here, Sean. We'll do it easy. Watch this.
Hey, Bobby!
Hey, what's up, dude?
I got it. We figured it out.
Nah, well, I just FaceTimed it. I'm gonna try to use.
Oh.
I'm using the other microphone to see if we can get you going on this one. So, you know how it is, man. Facebook doesn't want to be friendly with me. It's annoying. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm not into the tech stuff, so.
Hold on a second. Let's see if we can see this better. Can you guys hear him? Let's hear you, Sean.
Heyo.
All right.
Everybody got a copy?
You guys hear him okay back there? Chat room? It's always something technical on the Booby Show. Well, Parasec's was a great event. All right, go ahead, shoot it up. What do we got going on this weekend? Are you excited, or are you just sleeping on everybody?
Oh yeah, we're just sleep. We're hanging around doing nothing. Finally got a minute to ride. Me and the Wilcox boys just went out for a last minute rip, testing out some new stuff. But yeah, dude, we got so much stuff going on. I haven't had a couple minutes off, and since a month before Lake Alfred, I think I haven't taken a day off. So.
Well, that's what happens when you want to do jet ski racing. You want to have 3, 4, 5 businesses, have a family, attend everything. I mean, that's just life.
Dude, it's brutal, yeah. But no, it's paying off. We got, last year was the first year doing it, so now I got all that behind us, and this year it's just kind of dialing everything in, and we got so many things we're going to try out. Trying out a huge course that it's going to be so sick, dude. Like, racing around the point is
that's going to be gangster.
So cool.
I'm excited. Go ahead.
Viewing everywhere, so it's going to be nasty.
I'm excited, like I was telling you before. I can't wait. I'm excited to be on the point where I can look over to the right and then watch the race go all the way down to the left and go through all that and come back.
Well, so the good part is right at that point we're gonna have a bunch of live streams going on. So I got Charles Guinchard's driving up Wednesday.
Woo!
So he's racing with us. He went from Texas back to home in he's Mississippi, I think, right next to Louisiana.
Yeah.
He's driving up Wednesday. He's bringing 2 cameras. And we've got another drone guy, so I'll have 3 drones in the sky. 1 drone's going to be tied to the live stream camera.
Nice.
So we should be. This is the first time we're trying this out, so we may have a couple kinks in it, but we're going to try and tie the drone in. Right at that point, we're going to have a staging tower out in the water, and that's going to be 1 camera, so you could even stand out there with a microphone on that staging. And then we're going to have another point where we can basically the whole course will be covered by live stream, even with it being around a point.
Did you ever watch when I think it was just before COVID, World Finals flew me out, me and Pete Burke, and we did all the live coverage, and I had the drones following all the racers and had it picture in picture all that. The drone footage is always the best when you have live stream. It really just changes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, hopefully it works out good. I mean, I hired Aerial Flicks, the guys that were down in Lake Alfred.
Nice. Those guys did some really good work. Right.
Yeah. Plus we've got Dylan that did it all last year for us. Plus we got Pete Berg. Plus I hired another guy. So we've got a lot of staffing going on.
What are we just blowing our loads all day on this first round, or what are we doing?
Dude, we're trying to build this thing up, man. We got to make it look good. That's the idea.
I think it's gonna be pretty gangster. I think is that new lighting gonna be ready? The tower in the front, is it gonna be ready, or are we still working?
I still got plenty of time.
What is it today? Monday? You got what? 3 days? Oh no, but this race site's only 10 minutes from your house, so you got plenty of time.
So we already know the light works because the lighting system I tested off the tower. So now it's just infrastructure. I got to finish building some stuff with that and then make sure that everything works out fine. But I've got a lot of hands on deck because this is my hometown. So, like, I was born and raised here.
Right.
My parents own businesses here. I own a lot of businesses here. So, I've got a lot of resources. I've got an insane amount of resources. So it'll be pretty impressive.
Heck yeah. I'm excited. What do you think the turnout? We got some pre-registration already going in, or is everybody sleeping on it?
Everyone's sleeping on Free Reg. It's early season, so
where's the booth?
Right now, I think I'm at 39 total, so it's still lower than what I would normally be. But it's the furthest that most of our guys drive. Which, keep in mind, me and Wilcox live here. We've been racing the series for 14, 15 years, and we drive to all the races from here. So now you guys get to drive to us a little bit. So
my question is, I'm not familiar of that area, like visually in the map. Like, so what's around you in New Hampshire? Is that way up there in the corner?
We're basically dead center of New Hampshire. So we're right. The lake that we're racing on is called Lake Opeechee, and Lake Winnipesaukee dumps into Opeechee. There's a dam, and Winnipesaukee is the biggest lake in New Hampshire, and it's a huge tourist mecca. Tens of thousands of boats out there. It's a massive lake, and we get the spill off from that lake. And this one's real quiet. It's small. It's relatively shallow, so it won't get rough. It's not going to be like it won't be like Plattsburgh or Sylvan Beach by any means. But I may also know a few wake boats out on that lake, so it may be. There may be
right on the start.
There may be some waves on cue, possibly.
So, like, what states are around you?
So we border Maine, we border Vermont, we border Massachusetts.
So you're way up in that corner of the states.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I got you.
we got a lot. We're only, what are we, an hour and a half to Canada? We're about an hour and a half to Canada.
Yay, Canada, eh?
Yeah, we'll get some Canadians.
Some
we got
Canucks?
Canadians.
Oh, we
It's
already
not
know
too
Chicken
bad.
Man's going to be there, correct?
Chicken Man's he's coming. Oh yeah, Todd's on the way. We got most of the guys up north. Not sure about the Dollies. Not sure about Davidson. You know, a couple of guys that may not make it be an early season and
Right.
drive, but we should be pretty good. If I hit 85, 90, I'll be happy. But we should be in the hundreds.
We should be in the hundreds. I think definitely by Thursday we should see 80, 90 people ready to come. We'll rally them up.
Yeah, I mean we crushed it with pre-reg in Alfred, and we only had 3 weeks notice. So
Right.
You know, this one should get there. It's just, you know, I'm sure everybody's watching the weather, which if anybody knows New England, all you got to do is wait a second and it changes. So
Ooh.
it depends on which forecast you look at.
I am bringing all my bundle gear. I might even bring my wetsuit just to stay warm.
No, you're gonna need a Snuggie for sure. There's no doubt about it.
You want me to bring my big Snuggie? My big one?
Well, the problem is in your contract it says no Snuggies. Though.
I did do an interview in one though. That was pretty funny though. That was cold. That was what were we? Birmingham, Alabama, or not? Alabama race. It was cold up there, dude. That one day, and then the sun came out.
I didn't have a Snuggie on. I wasn't cold.
Oh yeah. You're Yankees. You're way up there. Like you should be cold blooded all the way up there.
Dude, yeah, we're 2 hours north of Boston.
Boston, by the harbor.
Yeah.
The Tea Party.
Yeah.
Sean's like, I'm gonna slap you.
They do send you to school in Florida. I was wondering.
Wow. I did drop out with a B average, so I mean it is what it is. I mean it's not a big deal.
You're up there. No, it's good. We got a lot of Floridians coming. We got course marshal Kevin. We got Randy coming in too. So you know we got Charles coming in. Then Shelly's coming down from Canada. So
Hey.
you know we got an all-star team coming.
I know we got Kayla coming down too, so I'm hoping Kayla will rally up a bunch of Region 8 guys up there in the New York area. So hopefully they can rally up some people.
Yeah, I mean I would say that most of our core group is definitely going to come out. You know, it's all of us up north aren't worried about the cold water or the cold weather. That's not bad. It's the drive that's going to get.
It's
some
the
people.
drive.
Just,
What do you think? What do you think? One of your from where you live right now? What was one of the drives to like Sylvan Beach or Watkins Glen? What would be the drive?
So for me, every year that we go to Sylvan, it's 6 hours door to door from my house to Sylvan.
6?
Every time I go to Watkins, it's like 7.5.
That shit's weak, bro. We drove 13 hours for most of our races. Everything's out of Florida.
I don't want it. I drove to Florida.
24 hours. Yeah, dude, three times.
I drove three separate times down to Florida, plus Louisiana, plus Alabama. So
Man.
we put the miles on for sure this year.
I just, like when you hear people cry about driving 8 hours, I'm like, man, I used to do 13, 18 by myself.
Yeah,
Like racing's racing, man. Fun's fun. Like you just rally up a group of people. Like you could really rally up 3 or 4 people and crush an 8-hour drive or a 12-hour drive like that. Now I understand. I understand fuel is a problem and expenses. It does get expensive. I'm with it. You know.
Yeah.
I remember when diesel was like $1.50. It was easy to drive. When gas was $1.50, also it was easy to drive. But now it's like almost $4. So I kind of understand it. But again, you're already gonna see 4 or 5 people you know are living within 2 or 3 hours of you are going to the same place. Just team up and rally it out, man. Go in on a trailer. Like there's many trailers you could rent and put together and really just rally together and make it happen.
Yeah, I think we'll have a good turnout for sure. And then anybody who misses it is definitely going to regret it because it's going to be, dude, it's going to be all over everywhere. The live stream's going to be nuts. The drone footage afterwards is going to be nuts. I've got radio stations coming. I've done business in this area my entire life, so we've been a part of this business community for basically our whole lives. Because my parents own businesses in town forever too, so we've got all the radio stations, we've got all the local businesses, we've got a local power sports shop, we've got Yamaha wave runners behind us. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be pretty wild. We got concession stand for the Little League. I mean, it's going to be a show for sure.
Well, Sean, I love the work you're putting in. The second year of East Coast Watercross Region 8 is really taking off for you. If you guys are not paying attention to the dedication being put in, you guys have to realize this is what a promoter is listening to his racers and putting forth the effort to give you guys what you guys want. When you don't show up and you don't help, or you don't just come and support the person, whether you're not even racing, if you can't race, just go and show and help and support, because this is what takes our promoters to the next level. When they put in all this work and no one shows up, that's when they pull back and start doing the bare minimum. And then all you guys start crying, oh, well, you know, you don't do this. This is a time to show up. When you see a promoter, whether it's Sean Dudek, whether it's the Naughty Water guys, whether it's the Boats or anyone else, or the Wild West guys, when they're putting in the effort that you can see that's above beyond than what we've seen in the last 5 years, you got to support. If you don't support, this is what burns you out.
100%. And we all talk still, like, you know, regardless of what sanctioning body's above any of us, we're all still talking. We all know what's going on with pre-regs behind the scene. We all know, you know, what's happening at each race. So, like, you know, the support is huge. So when I see good numbers other places, you know, we had good numbers in Alfred. That's a huge shot in the arm to me. Like, dude, if we didn't have good numbers, I wouldn't be this heavy into it this year. Like,
right.
We know the numbers are there. We know the guys are showing up. You know, the better we look, the more people we bring in, the more sponsor money, the less it's going to cost for everybody overall. So, like, you know, we're already catching the attention of Yamaha Wave Runners. You know, I went down and sat down with Dustin Farthing and had a knee-to-knee conversation with him about, you know, what we need to do to get the attention of somebody like Yamaha and what those steps are. And, dude, I'm just trying to take all those steps and make us look proper, you know, give them a product that helps sell their product. Is the big thing.
Right. And
so,
that's,
you know, it's a lot to put in. It's an absolute insane amount to put in right now. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, I'm in it for the long game. I've been doing this for, you know, me and Wilcox have been racing for a long time together. He's raced for 10 years longer than me. And, dude, we're still doing this together. Like, it's a great time. And, you know, I want to see this go for a long time. You know, Sebastian started racing with us when he could just barely walk. And now he's out, you know, practically beating us. He definitely beats Kelly. That's pretty easy to do, but he's somewhere around here.
Well, it's like this. Like, I'm going on my 6th year with the show, and I've literally watched the show you know, elevate to where we are today. But I've also seen the change of racing. I've literally watched it sit here, and I've watched the people. The communication with the people now, you know, you don't see all the bashing on the comments no more. We see a lot more, hey, you know, this, and this was good. Maybe we should get rid of this and that. We see a lot more communicating with our racers, talking and working together and getting rid of some of the negative people and some of the naysayers that were cancers to the sport. But the biggest factor is seeing everyone kind of work together, but the fact that our promoters are listening to the racers too. And there's a good bond between everything. So just going into this year of my Cardone Race Corner, I've actually seen a great change, and I want to see this year go further. You know, so I see a lot of our small regions like yourself or Wild West, you know, their 2nd year, everybody flourishing really good, and everyone's like, oh, it's saturated. You know, there's too much racing. I don't think there is too much racing. I think there's plenty of racing for each little nook of the area, and they're fulfilling everyone's needs.
And not to like keep bringing in motocross and stuff, because my background's moto. Like, I've eat, sleep, breathe motocross my whole life. So, you know, I'm flipping through the AMA magazine this morning, right? And you get to the back of the AMA magazine and you flip through what's going on in every state. And now it's like 5 pages long of how many races there are. But, you know, it's motocross, it's hare scrambles, it's every single thing. And it's literally like 5 pages long in the smallest font. There's hundreds and hundreds of events.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, dude, like, you know, everyone says that this is getting saturated. There's no way it's getting saturated. It's just a smaller sport, but I'm not letting off the gas. Like, you know, we're doing this 6-round series this summer. We're going to go right into a 4-round winter series in Florida afterwards. I'm on the gas, dude. Like, we're ready to go.
The only thing I can see saturating is when you put 3 race weekends on top of each other. Right. And when I say that, Region 8, Florida, Texas. Right there, you just chop it.
We're trying so hard. Like, we were so close this year. Like, outside of this first round with Laconia and Guntersville, the Guntersville one. Like, you know, the AJSA guys called me.
Chattanooga.
We weren't stacked on top of each other, and then something came up, and they called me before they'd even announced it to apologize because it was just out of their control. Which a lot of this is like cities are. This is the hardest part is trying to get the schedule figured out. Like, it's brutal.
Right.
But, you know, everyone's working together. Like, even across, you know, party lines, like AJSA, myself, Bohats, like, all of us are talking. It's, you know, we're all trying to make it work. You know, I'm planning my Pennsylvania race. That's our closest race to Harbor Beach. so that we can all race Pennsylvania and then we can race Harbor Beach afterwards. Like
Great Lakes.
we're trying like hell.
Right.
It's just
Right.
there's a lot of logistics on everybody's plate. For
Right.
Sure.
As long as we don't step on P1, because we can't beat P1. P1's gonna show and flow.
And even that, like, you know, that their schedule changed and it kind of screwed me more than anybody with you know, our racers having to pick and choose, which
Right.
you know, a lot of our guys
Are P1 racers.
P1, which,
Right.
Yeah, which, you know, good on them. Like I'm all for it. If I could have moved, like we tried to move and I just couldn't move my dates. She couldn't move her dates, and you know, me and Michelle talked about it, and you know, she understands the repercussions of it, and
Right.
you know, from my side and hers, because we don't want to have to make people choose. Like,
Right.
we should be able to work around it, but sometimes it's just out of our control. And you know, we're gonna plan ahead earlier now. Like, I'm already trying to get my Florida rounds figured out, and we're already trying to get next year figured out. So if we can get ahead of these things, we'll be better off for sure.
All right, before we wrap it up, what do you think is gonna be the biggest class this weekend?
I mean, I don't want just because it's probably gonna be Ski GP.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
What do you got?
We got-
You got 5 of your own people showing up already as it is?
I think we're gonna touch 9 or 10
Ooh.
if everybody. In theory, we should have 10 on a regular weekend now because we got a lot of guys that got them.
Right.
The 1100 Limited is always big, but there's a couple of guys that may not make it this weekend. So
Right,
that
right.
may be bad, but I think Ski Lights is probably going to be right there. Ski Lights is always right there. I've got a lot of local dudes that have 4-stroke Superjets, so you know, a lot of moto guys are going to come out. Like, I've probably got 4, 5, 6 moto guys that have never raced stand-up but own stand-up.
So they know how to ride, but they've never been on a course.
Yeah, so we may have a couple different novice classes, so we may be splitting things up a little bit. But
We gonna throw a log jump out there?
dude, I'm working on a log jump. I'm more interested in a ramp than a log.
A
but
ramp?
We'll probably maybe a log and a ramp.
Holy crap. Just put 3 log jumps in a row.
Yeah, I do want to do a log for sure. Like, I had so much fun in where did we hit it? Alabama, right? Yeah, Alabama. We did the log.
Right.
And I had so much fun on the log. Like, even in the back of the pack, I was doing it every single lap. It was awesome.
Well, Sean, I look forward to seeing you Friday. I fly in early Friday morning. I'm leaving Florida. The nice, beautiful, sunny. It's still sunny and hot outside.
Hell yeah.
I'll see you.
It's gonna be awesome. You know, we got so much going on. We got even Kevin Quinn's making the drive from Texas. Kevin Quinn with Crossover Ministries.
Right.
He was down in Texas. He's making the drive up too. So we're gonna have him there all weekend. Like, we got a lot of things going on. It's gonna be sick. I even got a client of mine that's bringing out an amphibious 4-wheeler. So he's gonna come out do a
Nice.
little show on that.
Is that one of the Gators?
And,
Is it a Gator?
No, it's like one of the good fast ones, like the high end.
Oh, nice.
Four-wheeler. It's
Nice.
nasty. And then I'm working on something. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we've got, you know, watercross snowmobiles. I'm friends with the guy that owns the series, and we may have some watercross snowmobiles at lunchtime doing a demo too.
Stop it.
Yeah, the guys at Northeast Water.
Run across the lake on a snowmobile?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
So,
can't wait. I
if
want
we
to see
get
that
the state-
person.
If I can get the state to sign off, we're good. Like, I've already got Fish and Game, and I think DES is good. So we're waiting on the state a little bit in the city. But look up Northeast Water X. They're a series that races on the water on snowmobiles, and it's sick.
Oh, that's sick. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see that. That
So we got-
I'm excited for.
Right. If we had freestyle guys doing flips and snowmobiles going around them, dude, it would break the internet.
Oh my gosh. That's just wild, bro. I can't
We got
wait.
A couple freestyle boys. We're not going to do a freestyle contest this weekend. but we're gonna do a
Expedition.
show.
Yep, just
Yeah.
a show.
Yeah.
Cool, man, Sean. Thanks for doing what you do best, and appreciate you putting in the hard work. If you guys haven't logged in already, make sure you follow, get on board, show up this weekend, represent. There's gonna be a party Friday night, and then getting right into racing.
Yeah, get there early so we can get some practice. We're going to do a ton of practice on Friday. I'll do light starts as long as we need to. Like, we'll get as much practice in as we can. I mean, God knows we all need it, that's for sure. So I need as many practice laps as I can. So
I need to make sure this pole position is on the first white buoy.
we're gonna, as long as we're gonna make it straight for you, so that you don't have to worry about where you have to go. We'll draw you a map.
I watched that videos and I'm like, dude, I wasn't crazy. It's just you get tunnel vision. Like, you just first buoy you look at is always the one you go to, and it wasn't. It was just the second one. I'm like, dude, this is retarded, Bobby. What are we doing?
The best part is we should have been mic'd up because who was holding with me? Was it Spooner? No, it was who the hell else was holding? Oh, Dill. Dill was holding with me, and both told you like 4 different times, 10 seconds before you went.
I know it's on my GoPro. It's yelling, Bobby, first buoy to the right. I'm like, I got you guys. I know. I screwed it up the first time. I got this, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Zoom straight to it again. I'm like, idiot.
Third time's the charm. Well, hopefully this course, we're gonna start setting up Thursday because it's right in my backyard. So me and Kelly are going down Thursday. We're gonna set the whole course up a day early, so we'll have tons of time to test it. And then, when Kevin and Randy show up, we'll get their input, and we should be able to make this thing easy. I'm gonna color code it as much as I can with what I got. Like, we're bringing out every asset we own is coming out, so we should be okay.
I'll say this: if you guys up in that region have never raced in Florida or been in a race when you have Course Marshal Randy or his son Kevin, they are probably the 2 best course marshals. I started off with those guys, and they are always on point. I mean, yeah. I'm in the water. Normally they watch me anyways because they know there's certain sections I'm going to push it, and they are within 30 seconds on me. And if you talk to your course marshals before the race weekend, get some good insight on how you can get on there, because I know how to work with them, and they know they can come to me at a certain speed, and they know I can lock in, get on, and keep going. A course marshal, getting back on a course marshal, get back to your boat is key factor of getting back into the race. Obviously safety, make sure you're okay. But if you're okay, be prepared and talk to the course marshals. Find out how they work so it helps you better get safe on the boat and move on with the race. Plus, it also gets our course.
We got safety sleds on both Marshall boats too, so that everybody can grab the safety sled easier than a hand too. So.
Are you putting Randy on a Spark again or no?
So luckily for Randy, Randy doesn't have a choice with the rest of them. But at this one, luckily HK Power Sports and Yamaha Wave Runners are bringing us a Yamaha to use for Randy. So
you can already see him cringing. You can already see him cringing.
He'll get a nice big couch, so he'll be happy. But we gotta make some more money before we can spend more money.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
It's all going into the business.
All right, my dude. Well, we'll see you Friday. I'll talk to you then. I appreciate you coming on chitting with me.
Definitely.
All right, buddy. Later.
See you.
All right, we're doing what we do best. Man, Dudek is really putting in the work. You guys all wanted, listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you guys all wanted to have good racing. You guys wanted to take it to the next level, Region 8. Not saying Yates didn't do that. Yates had a well-oiled machine, and it worked best for what he was putting together and what he felt comfortable. And Dudek is definitely taking it to the next level, and you guys have to put in the effort. Give them the same respect, support it. Go out there, support it. If it's a drive, 6-hour drive, 8-hour drive, you guys should be doing this in your sleep. I wish I could do like an 8-hour, 6-hour drive. A 6-hour drive for racing, it'd be great. I mean, the Sebring race was an hour and a half for me, right? That was great. That's why I went there. But a 6-hour race, put it in perspective. 8 hours. 9 hours, because we lose an hour. 9 hours, I could be in Pensacola or Panama Beach. I'm still in Florida. Think about that. 9 hours, I'm still in Florida, and that's Panama, Pensacola Beach. To go to Broward, down to the Markham Park, guys, that's 4.5 hours for me. You know what I'm saying? The Keys, to get to the Keys, that's almost 8 hours. 6.5, depends on traffic. So think about that. 6-hour drive or an 8-hour drive, get 2 more racers, get in a trailer, roll it out. Work as a team. This weekend, we got Chattanooga, Tennessee, May 30th, June 1st. Our boys at AJSA are pulling it down. Man, I was really looking forward to coming to this, guys. I was really amped up. My boy Thomas Lampert has already been busting my chops, talking smack to me, saying I'm not going to be there. But I unfortunately had an opportunity to go to the East Coast Watercross guys and announce and hype up them guys, so we're taking an opportunity. Doesn't mean I don't love my GSA guys, but we're giving you guys mad respect. Go to your registration. Registration is now live and open. Pre-register, guys. It goes a long ways. We've talked about this 100 times. I don't want to beat this dead horse anymore, and I have to. Check it out. Go to it. So, represent Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody out there. Mountain Motorsports putting it together. Jimmy Wilson's going to be there. I believe it's going to be Friday. He's going to be doing a Friday's thing. So he's going to be doing a, so class will be held Friday during practice. Jimmy will work with kids both on and off the track. Junior riders 8 to 15 are invited, and there are no costs outside the normal practice fees. This is available for ski and sport and runabout. graduates will even receive a gift from AJSA upon successful completion. So check it out. Jimmy Wilson's gonna be out there representing, giving some good information. If I was there, I'd give you guys some schooling too, but unfortunately, we're not gonna be there. So make it happen. You guys know the routine with that one. This weekend, if you guys are racing, make sure you get your GoPros, your 360 cameras, your Shoreline cameras, your videos. Get all of it ready for the weekend so we can come on Monday's show and we can hoot and holler and really have a blast. Anything else? Let's see what else we got. We talked about Merritt AJSA. We talked about East Coast Watercross. We already talked about the races coming up. Anything else in the chat room? You guys have been quiet. I knew tonight was going to be slow. Everybody's out doing their thing. We have nobody in the chat rooms today. Anything else? Anybody? Well, you know the routine. We'll catch you on the flip side. If you're traveling this weekend, be safe, be smart, get there safe, arrive fun, have fun, kick some ass. Until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.